What's up everyone? My name is Matipa. I'm still new to this YouTube thing, so you need to bear with me. So for today, I would like to go through the process of authenticating your documents for employment in China for you to obtain a Z or a Z visa, as they call it in China. So I have documented everything here, and I would like to share with you how to authenticate or legalize your documents for you to obtain a Z visa to come to China. So let's get on to it. So before we get on to how to legalize your documents, I would like to share with you my little story. So I came to China, this is my third month. I came to China on the 13th of May 2020. So it was during the pandemic. Yes, the corona pandemic. And while everyone was panicking about coming home, other people were also panicking that they are going to lose their contract with their school. So people, out of panic, what they did was they returned back to South Africa. And what I did was I came to China during that time, of which it was a risk. I think it was worth taking, but in a way my parents were so skeptical about this whole thing. But Miguel, I thought there's nothing for me to lose. If I die, I die. So that was my mentality, that if I die, I die. So this is my third month, March, April, May, June. On the 13th of June, I'm going to be doing 3 months in China. And how have I been adjusting? It has been a roller coaster, I have been an emotional wreck since I came here. And I haven't caught any flu symptoms or anything. But what happened was on the, what date is it today? On the 3rd of June, I had to go to the hospital. It was 3 a.m. dawn, so I had to go to the hospital because I had stomach pain, and the pain was so yeah, I couldn't bear the pain, so I had to call my school's medical aid insurance, and then they sent me to a hospital. By the way, I am in Ningbo, Ningbo in Shanghai. So I had to be sent to a hospital in Haishu. Then I got help when I got there. The people in the hospital, they were so helpful, and I really liked their service as compared to back home. I think now I was still gonna be in pain because of the service that we receive in our government hospitals back home in South Africa. So here in China, the hospital that I went to, it is called Ningbo number 2 hospital in Haishu, and their service, because now it is my second day after what happened. So yeah, I had to take medication through what they call an infusion. I don't know what an infusion is, but they call it an infusion, of which infusion, it means something else. But like drip man, where they put a needle. This is where they put a needle, and then the you take the medication, got drip. So yeah, that's my story. I have been settling well in China, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my school. By the way, I work at an international school. My school have been nice. Yeah, I have also shared with you guys my apartment, of which it's a bachelor's apartment, but it's an open plan apartment, which the space is not too small, it's not too big, it's just a very cozy apartment. If you want to see the apartment, my apartment, you should go to my last video that I posted. Yeah. So yeah, to cut things short, I'm enjoying it here, and I haven't made any friends, but I still enjoy my space. So yeah, let's get on to how to legalize your documents. Yes, let's get on to it. So the first thing that you need for you to secure a contract in China with a school, you must have a passport. So the first thing that you need to have is, please know that I'm doing this video for people who are in South Africa. So my information is based on my experience and the experience that I had in South Africa. So please, if
you're gonna watch this video and you are from another country, please note that my information is based on South Africa. So
using your documents for China, what you need to have is a South African passport. You need to be a South African passport holder. If you don't have a passport, Bona, run to the Home Affairs. Run to the Home Affairs as soon as the lockdown is over, as soon as things go back to normal, as soon as Home Affairs opens. Make sure that you go to Home Affairs and you apply for a passport. What they want for a passport, you need to have your South African ID. You can apply online. What I did was I applied online through FNB, First National Bank, and it took 2 weeks for me to receive my passport. But you can go to Home Affairs. Apparently they do this whole application process online. You can go to Home Affairs and they will guide you on what to do. So passport in South Africa is 400 rands. 400 rands. So the second thing that you need to have is a police clearance certificate. Police clearance certificate, when I did it, it was 114 rands. So now I have that, it is 150 rands, of which it's still cheap. And where can you do your police clearance? Please, people, make sure that you go to South African Police Services, your nearest police station. You can go there and apply for your police clearance. What I did was I went to the police station in Silverton in Pretoria, and the police clearance takes from 2 weeks to 6 weeks to receive, to get it back, for you to get it back. So mine took about 5 weeks. Right, and then the third thing that you need for you to obtain a Z or a Z visa, a Z visa as they call it here, you need to have a TEFL or a TESOL certificate, right? I would advise you to do the TEFL or a TESOL certificate. Then where I did mine, I have a link from International Open Academy. I did my TESOL certificate, 120 hours TEFL certificate online through International Open Academy. I used a link, a discount link from a girl who's called Palisa Jonas, who is working in South Korea as an English teacher. She's working with the EPIC program. So the TESOL or TEFL certificate, it is very cheap. I did mine for 365 using Palisa Jonas' link, which I will put in the description box below. And it is way cheap to do it online, and for you to have the actual, I did my TESOL certificate for 365 rands, and I had to pay 380 rands for delivery for the actual certificate. So now, because of the pandemic, prices have went up. I don't know why, but I did economics at school, but I remember zilch, nada of what's happening now, why prices are going up, why is the rent being weak against dollar, euro, pound, and all that. So I did my certificate for 365 rands and also paid 380 rands for delivery, for it to be delivered. So it took 20 days tops for it to be delivered. Then the fourth thing and the most important thing for you to have, it's a bachelor's degree, a 4 years bachelor's degree. You can have a degree in education, of which it's a bonus if you have a degree in education, like I do have a degree in education and I'm registered with SACE, so I managed to secure a contract at an international school. But Skawara, don't worry, if you have a degree in human resources, human HR, is it resources or human resources? I don't know how to pronounce that, but human resources or human resources, I don't know. HR, if you have a degree in HR, if you have a degree in psychology, if you have a degree in social studies, if you have a degree in geography, whatever, as long as it is a 4-year bachelor's degree, you qualify to obtain a Z visa in China. Then the other thing that you need to have is a reference letter. A reference letter is for those people who have teaching experience. If you have a bachelor's degree and you have teaching experience, it can work as a plus on your resume, and it can also work as an advantage for you. You having a TEFL certificate and also a reference letter, it means you have experience, you also have a TESOL certificate, so it works as an advantage. At first I was reluctant to do the bachelor's, the TEFL certificate, because I thought me having a bachelor's degree in education is an advantage, and I also have experience in I have teaching experience. So someone said to me that, let me advise you, for you to have a TEFL or a TESOL certificate, it is an advantage. Even if you have teaching experience, you need to have the TESOL certificate, because it will work as an advantage to you. Yes, so number one, you need to have a South African passport, which is 400 rands. Number two, you need to have a police clearance, which is 150 rands. You need to have a TESOL or TEFL certificate. You need to have a bachelor's degree in any study field, 4 years bachelor's degree in any study field. Then number 5, you need to have a reference letter if you have a teaching, if you have teaching experience, right? Then what do you do with these 5 things, right? Where to legalize your documents? Number 1, you need to take your TESOL certificate or TEFL certificate, and please remember that your TEFL certificate or TESOL certificate, it should be 120 hours minimum or more. It should not be 80 or 90. It should be 120 hours minimum. So you take your TEFL or TESOL certificate for legalization to a lawyer. There's this guy on the Facebook group, or South Africans living in China. So this guy, he is a lawyer. I forgot his name, but I will try to look for his email address and pin it on the description box. He is a lawyer. He does legalize your TEFL or TESOL, then take it to high court for 150 rand. So in my case, I didn't have to legalize my TESOL certificate because I have teaching experience. At least I think that's the reason why I didn't have to do that. So my school said it is fine for me to not take my TESOL certificate for Apostille. So I had to bring my original certificate, my physical certificate, to China. So if your school, so schools differ. If your school wants you to legalize your TEFL certificate, what you need to do is you take it to a lawyer. The lawyer, I don't know what the lawyer does, but the lawyer does what he does or what she does, and then they take it to high court. They call that the Apostille process. I'm not too sure about that. I am open for correction. So they call that the Apostille process. Then the second one, you take your degree to SAQA. SAQA is South African Qualification Authority, SAQA. SAQA is in Pretoria, in Hatfield. So this process also takes time. It takes close to 20 to 30 days. So you need to be patient and you need to work smart. So you take your degree, a copy of your degree, to SAQA. I will also try to pin SAQA's email where you are supposed to send your document for verification, their email. You take your degree to SAQA. What SAQA does, they verify that your degree is legit and is from a legitimate university. So the price for verification, I did mine for 255 rands. Why? Because it's only a single degree, bachelor's degree, junior degree, and I didn't have study, what do they call it, the field work. So it depends with your university, the one that you went to, and also your degree, if it has field work or not. I don't know how they calculate their costs, but my costs were 255 rands. Right, now that you have legalized your TESOL and your degree, what do you do with those? This is where DIRCO comes in. DIRCO, Department of International Relations and Cooperation. Right? You take your apostille, TESOL or TEFL certificate. You take your verification letter with your degree copy from SAQA. You also take your police clearance. So only these 3 documents, they need to go to DIRCO, and DIRCO is in Pretoria. I think it's in Soutban Road. I'm not too sure about that, but I will also try to link their address in the description box. So DIRCO, you need to take your TEFL certificate, your verification letter and degree from SAQA, and your police clearance. And bear in mind that you are not supposed to take your original degree to DIRCO. Please take only the copy that you got from SAQA and the verification letter. So you take your original TEFL certificate that is apostilled by the lawyer and High Court. You take your original police clearance to your original police clearance, yes, and then you take your degree and verification letter from SAQA. This process takes only a day. So you submit to DIRCO today and you're gonna collect tomorrow, and it's free of charge, mahala. It's mahala if you do this process alone, yourself. If you do this process yourself, not alone. If you do the process yourself, by yourself, you are gonna save a lot of money. So my advice to you is, if you are living in Pretoria, or you stay nearby Pretoria, or you have a relative that you can visit for a week in Pretoria just for accommodation, mahala accommodation, please use that opportunity to legalize your documents, because if you use an agent, they are gonna charge you. People, I nearly went through the agent route, and mind you, I was staying in Pretoria. I have a car that I can use for me to run around, so I only used my money for petrol. So why should I use an agent if I stay in Pretoria? It's clearly near everything, near DIRCO, near SAQA, near the Chinese embassy. Okay, fine. Then from DIRCO, and remember that DIRCO opens at 8 o'clock, it closes at 11:30. And when they say 11:30, they close at 11 o'clock. So you need to wake up early in the morning, go to DIRCO before they open, be there by 7 o'clock, because the queue, it can be long. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Then when you have sent your documents to DIRCO, you collect the following day. When you have collected your documents from DIRCO, what you can do, if you're driving, which is an advantage, you can drive from DIRCO early in the morning and go to Chinese embassy, which is also in Hatfield in Pretoria. So what you do, you go to DIRCO, then drive 15 minutes drive or 10 minutes drive to Hatfield to the Chinese embassy. What do you take to Chinese embassy? Your legalized police clearance from DIRCO, your legalized TEFL certificate from DACO, your legalized degree and verification letter from DACO. So only the 3 documents: the police clearance, the TEFL certificate, and also the degree or verification letter from SAQA. You take all these 3 documents to Chinese embassy for consulate. Chinese embassy, it takes 3 days. Yes, 3 days to process and for you to collect. At DACO, for you to legalize your documents, it's free, right? Yes, for DACO, for you to legalize your documents, it's free. And then at the Chinese embassy, for you to do the consulate, you need to pay. I forgot how much is it, but I will check in my receipt that I had. But it's not too much. It's not too much. Right. So this is the process for you to legalize your documents, for you to obtain a Z visa to come to China. I sometimes advise people to legalize their documents first and then look for a school, but you can do it the other way around. I did it the other way around, and it was a lot stressful for me because I had a school that was pressuring me to finish with the document legalization, of which I was also confused as to what to do, where to go, how to do this. But coming to realization that this process it's not as hard as people think it is hard. You only need 3 documents for you to come to China, which are your legalized degree, TEFL certificate, and police clearance. It was simple like that. So if this video has helped you, or if you are going to watch this video, please make sure that you don't stress, you just focus. Don't use agents. But if you not close or nearby Pretoria, you can use agents if you have ching. I didn't have money, so I had to save each and every cent that I have. So that's why I decided to do the process by myself. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that I will come back with other videos. Thank you. Bye.